Dude. Why is he using that thumbnail? Whatever. That's fine. Now, let me just get the link. Alright. Let me see what kind of delay there is. Is there any delay? That is a lot of delay. That's fine. So how does this work? Nah, I'll just go ahead and do it. If anything pops up, I'll look at it. So, the way I kind of make my comics is very. A lot of it is in my head. As in, I don't draw every single step out. But, in the case of this situation, I will try my best to show it. I can't tell if this is in center. This is not centered. I think it's right there. Yeah, okay. But anyway. Kind of like. So this is the first page of the next comic. And I have to think, what are each panel going to look like? I mean, they could look like one really big one or one really small one. This thing is acting really weird right now. That's odd. Anyway. So, when I'm making the panel, I just think in my head what would look best. So in this case, In the last comic, it ended with Human Blunt jumping from a building to catch the last person in the helicopter. And I stopped it right before then because, Instagram can only have 10 pages and there's nothing you can do about that. So I gotta continue from there. So in this case, if he's jumping in that last panel, in this new one, he has to be already there because he has superhuman strength. He used it in his legs, and now he shot himself really far. So this panel would look like him grabbing the person in the helicopter and breaking out of the door and falling down. So that's going to look pretty big. So in that case, I want to make the panel a little larger. So let's just say, like, I have no clue why this is acting delayed. But I kind of just, you also got to think ahead too. Because after he jumps, what's going to happen? He's going to fall down and land on another building while also carrying the person, just like the other one. So in that case, that part can be a little smaller, to make that really big. But let's make this about that big. We can make this one about this big. And add a little flare to it. Yeah, pretty much just grab the corners, separate them, just like how a comic would. And then just erase in between. If you want any tips on how to draw something, you can just put it in the chat and I'll show you how to do it with ease. Or just any questions in general. Could be about my universe. Could be anything. Just as long as I'm able to keep talking and make these at the same time. Okay, so this second panel, he's going to be landing on a building, stopping himself, carrying the person. I have a good idea for this one. I think what this will be so the whole little reason why I'm making this little helicopter scene in the first place is because this is where he's gonna meet his girlfriend. So I gotta add something to it while also giving the view that it's natural. So this panel will probably just be his face here. This one, I want to make him pop out the panel a little, simply because he's going to be really fast, right? So there's going to be some perspective. The way I do perspective shots is I start in my head. I kind of just visualize how the panel would look when it's finished and then work from there, right? So let me think about that really quick. this one might not be a perspective shot, or one that has, what do you call it? Depth. So I'm thinking what this would look like is like we're let's like pretend we're the camera, right? So pretending we're the camera, will be inside the helicopter, viewing out. Right? And then, a little smoke. It's coming down. And then they'll be right here. The way I don't draw, I don't put too much time into focusing on the human itself. What I mean by that is like when I draw, let's just draw like a straightforward person. This is how I would put the head, right? This is how I'd put the jaw. And then any important parts like the shoulder, the middle of the arm, or the hand, I'd just do this, right? Same thing with the legs, wait. So the middle of the arms are basically the halfway point between your shoulders and your waist. So you gotta make sure it's equal length, because let's do some little anatomy teaching. The way a human works is there's the head compared to the shoulder. Here's where the muscle will be, and then the shoulder will be right here, right? I mean, it's not gonna look the same for everybody, but it will have some good distance between it, right? And then shoulder to bicep, shorter than the bicep down to the hand. See that? It's much, not too big, but it's still about the same. So these are the hands, right? The waist is going to be a little above the hands. So a good place would just be like around here. Right? And then the muscles, chest muscles, abs, ribs. Right? Just your quick little anatomy. It's a really easy way to learn anatomy when you're doing this. Well, at least for me. It's going to be different for everyone. But I feel like this is a really good way to do it. And the hands are just above the knees. And then feet. Right. And this will be where the, what do you call that? I think it's the inguinal area. But yeah, basically like the middle point. But anyway, little anatomy. So in this scene, human blunts will be having a person in their hands while he's being shot out from the helicopter. So let's not put him that far back. Let's bring him a little closer. And doing this without like drawing the whole anatomy is way quicker compared to if you were, just doing the whole thing. So, classic superhero pose. Someone's in their hands. They're going to be having a hand here. His shoulders, shoulder. Shoulder's going to be there. And then arm on the back. Actually, maybe not that. I don't know if that would work. Might have to do it a different way. Yeah, let's do it a different way. Because, if he's jumping out of a helicopter, it's flying away, right? He's not gonna put the person he's saving right in front of it to get hurt, right? So he's probably gonna turn his back so that they don't get hurt. Let's put that. So cape, right? Cape's gonna be flying. Actually, in this case, there's air being pushed towards him. So the cape would be flying out, sort of like this. Maybe making an indent on his head, right? Or not an indent, but what do you call that? So that's his shoulders. He's gonna have his arms right here. You can also just do the pose in real life and think about how it would look. So in this case, you wouldn't be able to see the elbow on his right side, but you would see it on the left because he's going to be holding their weight over there, right? And then I don't know how to physically show you how to do this, but like how I showed you, you can easily do anatomy if you just do the shoulder, bicep a little closer, our hands a little farther. In this case, how could you show this? Because I can only think about it how you would do it in your head. So let's say in this case, it's actually smaller than what you see here because it's going forward. So then the forearm would be right here, which means the shoulder would be right here, which means the hand would be right here. Okay, so this is where his waist should be. Right? Looks about right. I did not learn this anywhere else. I pretty much taught this myself. Not like professional advice, but helps me make these comics. So yeah, this is where his waist would be. And he has the shorts on and everything. Yeah. Maybe have his feet sort of like right here. This is where his knee would be, right? And then his foot. And then there's smoke here. So you won't see much, but you will see parts of his feet. Kind of like that. Give him the muscles. These muscles kind of look like this. And then these ones come down, I believe. You can just search up human anatomy and you'll find really good pictures that will help. looks pretty accurate to what you'd see. You know, maybe add some shaking lines to resemble that it's moving. Stuff like that. Oh, you also want to put the person that he's actually saving. In this case, there had to be maybe like right here, the jawline, because he's supporting them from there, and their body would kind of go like this, where he would have their hand right there. Oh, actually, that would work better. And he would have his other hand on their legs, which then their legs would be showing right here. Right? Simple. Well, I mean, not simple. You gotta practice this a little. It took me about a year to know how to do this. But pretty much just, and then you can just draw the background. I mean, they're gonna be pretty high up, so there's some buildings here. Building here, there. Do a little higher building, you know. They're in Los Angeles, so you have to show the ocean, right? So it's kind of like the horizon line, right? The sun, I think, if I look back onto the old comic, I think the sun should be somewhere around there, which means they're looking. It's morning time, so the sun is rising. That's why in the previous comic, there's it's not a sunset; it's a sunrise. It's the morning. So the sun should be around here, you know, giving off light. So now we have our light source, our background, effects, and foreground, I guess you'd call this, with it being the helicopter plane. You know, add some more detail to the helicopter plane. I see someone joined. Ask some questions down below if you need any. I'll be happy to teach you. It's just little details. Little details always make your artwork really good. Unless you just do it to the point where it's too much, right? I say let's just work on the next one and then put down the actual dark lines, right? But overall, pretty good so far. Let me just look at something. All right. So, also, if you're wondering what this is, it's just the. I haven't said his name yet. His name is Kraken, like Kraken, but it's spelled like crack, like cocaine. That's the villain. I just have it there because I haven't drawn him in a while. I'm trying to get used to him again before I start drawing him again. It's just a little. I think it's been like a month since I last drawn him, but I should be fine. Anyway, so he's jumping out, right? He's gonna jump onto this building here, and now he's gonna be landing on there. So let's actually do a perspective shot for this. So his feet will be closer to us, the camera, compared to the rest of his body based on how I'm going to draw this. So we're going to use his head as sort of the middle point. So you just draw a line that gets bigger as it goes down. You can always mess up like that, but it's fine if you just play along with it. I mean, this is me after a lot of practice. So, yeah. Of course, there's better tips than mine, but you know, I'm just trying to give you some free advice. So yeah, this will sort of be where his head is, right? So that means the light source is in front of him now. Well, it's in front of him here too, but now it's more defined. So, actually, let's try something. Never tried this before. You can always use the line tool for actually drawing stuff too. I did it for the last comic where I just used nothing but the line tool. It looks fine, but don't use it all the time. Know what I mean? You know, this is gonna be the ground. Oops. But yeah, his feet are gonna be much closer. His head is gonna be much farther, so it'll be the much smaller part. Let's make that a little less dominant. There you go. I'm trying to make a 30-page comic in a week. This is what this whole thing is about. I'm gonna stream all of my drawings that I'm gonna do for it every day. And to meet that quota, it should be about 4.25 pages a day. I mean, it's possible. It's fine. I'm already pretty much, well, not pretty much close, but you know. Right. There's nobody here, but that's okay. I can always just clip this into videos and then post it on my Instagram. Oh, is that why? Did my story never post? Oh, you're kidding me. Hold on. Apparently my story didn't post. Let me just get this thing up. Kidding me? What's up, Ice? Not saying that full name for reasons. If you got any questions on how to draw something, you can always ask me and I'll do it. I just showed how to draw human anatomy. Male human anatomy, not. I'm not too good at drawing girls. A little complicated. Well, it's not complicated, I just never done it. Well, not never done it, but I just don't do it often. Oh, it did post. Oh, what the hell? Why am I tweaking? Huh. Oh, yeah. I think it should be posted now, or it's been posted. But yeah. All right. I'm gonna be streaming for like a couple hours, anyways. So if nobody saw the post, which when I'm looking, nobody did, it should still be fine. So here's gonna be his feet, you know. Okay, feet are pretty complicated, but I've heard an easy way to do it is to do 2 circles, and then right, like kind of like curve in between it. And this is his right foot, so this will be his toes here. The type of shoes Human Blind wears is kind of like socks, but not exactly shoes. Right? So he's gonna be able to see his what is that bone called? I don't remember the name of the bone. Oh wait, it's the fibia. That's where your fibia connects. Wait, no. Wait, I might be fucking up my anatomy. No, that can't be the. Unless it is. Maybe it is. If I am right that is the fibia, that is where the fibia, which is the smaller bone in your leg, not the tibia. That's where the fibia connects to the leg, the foot bone, which lets you turn it. I don't know if that is where. Well, anyway, that is where the feet will go. You know, he's gonna be like climbing against, not climbing, like dragging his feet to stop his speed. You know, so the floor is breaking under him. Are there any questions or no? I don't see any. Right, the other feet. They're the foot. So yeah, same process, you know, 2 circles. Draw the easy little indents. The toe. Oh no, not that deep. There you go. But yeah, easy, easy. You know, very cartoon ass like pose, but I mean it still works. You know, draw the little debris building up, and then the point of these lines is to resemble how small each thing should get. That's why it's good if the line is thin in the beginning and then thick at the end, so you can see the difference in size. So like right here, yeah, that'd be the knee, and then here'd be the top point, the hips, the hips, the waist. You know, and then I might be doing this wrong, but it'll work in the end. Sometimes you just gotta trust the process, even if it looks weird in the beginning. But I mean, it doesn't look that bad. The weird part about this drawing is that I'm gonna have to draw the person he's holding small too. It should be fine. it's gonna work. Yeah. Shorts. Right. So shorts. And it gets thinner as you go. And then the point of it is also to show the perspective. You can see it's you're not looking at them straight forward. You're looking at them from below. So you're gonna be able to see, the bottom of the pecs, the bottom of the abs, the underside of your arms, triceps, just stuff like that. So here, it gets smaller as you go. This is not how you draw pecs, but anyways. If the stream suddenly turns off, it's probably because my laptop is hitting the point where it just turns off. See? Yeah, like in this perspective, the feet would be bigger than the chest, right? So I might be doing this a little weird. Because if this were the case, the walls that these are going to would also be sort of up here. Right? Yeah, that still works. Yeah. It'll look a little wonky, but, what are you going to do? Let me just see if there's any questions. Don't see any. Should be good. I see 2 viewers. Welcome. If you have any questions, you can ask them down below and I'll answer them. If you want some tips on drawing, I can also do that. That's the bottom of the head, right? So, actually, I'm putting that really wrong. Sometimes you don't have to always follow your little drawings that you do on the side. Sometimes it just works. You'd be able to see the underside of your bicep or pec. What the hell am I calling that for? There's that. But he's also holding something. He's holding a person. It's gonna be the really weird part to draw. So here's the shoulders, right? So he's gonna be holding. He has his arms in between the legs, like the middle point of the legs, and shoulder to shoulder. So he's holding them like that. You want to draw the arms going a little outward. Yeah. So in this case, the arms would be here. Right? The person's going to be on there. Might be drawing that wrong. No, it's fine. And then, since this is looking under, you won't see the neck. Because since it's looking under, you'll see the underside of the face, of the head. So in this case, I won't draw your classic little head, Loomis method. That's what they call this. No. You would, actually, yeah. Let's use the Loomis method to teach you something real quick. So this is the Loomis method. It's identifying the basic shape of the face, right? That's how it look. And then you add your little thing depending where it's looking. In this case, where you're looking at them from the bottom, you're tilting this upward. So, in reality, your jaw, which is more of like a triangular shape, it would instead look like this. This is the jaw. And then your head. This is your head. Wait, I'm doing this wrong. Like I said, I do most of this in my head, so it's hard for me to show this to you visually. Actually, I'm doing that really wrong. Actually, so that would be kind of like more of the jaw, and then the head would be down here, right? But I'm not drawing the back of the head because I mean here you can't really see it. I'm just trying to show you what you would see. So you would see the nose, some of the under part of the eyebrow, right? So you got your jaw, back side of the head, your eyebrows here, your nose, and then you would draw your ears on the side. Yeah, easy, right? I mean, it's just I feel most of it is just looking at it inside of your head and figuring out how to put it there. Right? Hold on. Just checking something. Hold on. Figuring something out. Anyway, right. So I showed you the Loomis method. It's a really simple way of making the head, but I feel like it just wastes a lot of time in the end. The cape. So he's falling down. The wind is pushing his cape up. He finally goes to the ground and he's stopping himself. He's still moving forward. So the cape will kind of be diagonal. So in this case, it'd be hard to see it, but you can still sort of try to put it. I'll show you how. Where is it? There it is. So yeah, his head's gonna be here. We'll be able to see the other part of his nose, his eyebrows, the ear, eyebrow, ear, hair. The 3 strands of hair that he has. Not strands. What do you call that? Pieces of hair. And then you just see his eyebrows. You can't see his eyes. I mean, looks pretty good. I mean, it's not finished. This is just sketching it out before I fully put my time into placing all the lines. But, so, okay. He's holding the person, right? So the person's head is going to be somewhere up here. Actually, here's their shoulders, right? It's his hands on his shoulder, on their shoulders. He's holding them right here, and then the legs. Oh wait, that's his arms. Oops. So he's holding them there, right? Yeah, That's why you use those little key points. This is where the legs will be sort of stopped, right? So he's holding them like that. And then you'd see like a bit of their head, but they're gonna be looking up. The person's not knocked out. If they're knocked out, yeah, their head will be like drooping down here. They're not. Feet. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Draw your background. Oh, I put that there. Oops. Yeah, put your background. Add your small key details. It's gonna be coming down, so it's gonna be breaking down a little. When you're jumping out, yeah, there won't be a sun here, but you can draw the helicopter still falling. I need a picture of a helicopter. I don't know how to draw a helicopter like from my head, but this is basically how it would look like. Smoke. Resemble the thing trying to spin. And then shaking lines, sort of. And then just add some buildings in the background. Yeah. Might tweak it a little. Actually, no, I think that, yeah, it looks fine. And in fact, I'm missing his cape. Let's just draw that. It looks cluttered, but that's the whole point of this. You're drawing it, sketching it out, and when you're finally doing it, you're putting everything together. Like over here, buildings, ocean, buildings, sun, of like the smoke, shaking, the inside of the helicopter. There's a seat right here. Over here, building, the effects, the helicopter falling, him stopping himself on the building, and using his feet to kind of stop him. And then the person in his arms, stuff like that. There won't be a sun in this shot because it's in front of him here. And in this case, it would still be in front of him. But anyway, let's go into the next panel. Alright. So what do I want to do here? So he finally got the person and he put them into the ground. They're safe. But this is a little special someone for him that I've been thinking about how I'm going to write them. Don't know how I'm going to write them yet. Well, not like I don't know how to write them in general. But let me just pull something up. Yeah. Hold on, there's a question. If you want to know how to draw like me, I spent like the first 30 minutes showing you. If you go back, you can always just check it later, or I might just clip it and post it, But I spent pretty much like 30 minutes talking about how I draw. So you can just go back there and you'll see it. I could rehash it. Do you want me to rehash it? I can just show you like really quickly. You don't want to know? He probably just went back to look at it. All right, let's just keep going then. So here, he's gonna meet. He's gonna meet Sarah Mayhew, which is his girlfriend in the future. Not like this isn't a future story. I mean like eventually. So in this panel, there's gonna be some kind of spark, some kind of something to spark that. How can I do that? It has to feel natural. I'm thinking maybe she's a helicopter pilot, right? So she's still gonna have the helmet on. So I think she'll be taking it off in this panel, and he's like frantically trying to help her, you know. Like, you know, he's just trying to help out. So I think this will be a shot from the sides. If I do a shot from the side, I can also use. Would that work? Alright, so what? They're still gonna be in the or not. They're still gonna be in the helicopter, but the helicopter's still gonna be in the background, but not. It's gonna be practically crashing at this point. So here's the smoke. So maybe it actually blows up this time, right? Everyone's safe. They're away from the area. It's gonna blow up in between them. You know, like very not cinematic, but you know, like visually pleasing. In fact, I should probably put this lower. One key component when you're making comics is you want to try your best not to show the full body at all times. There are times when it's right to show the full body, but most times you don't want to do it because it just looks really odd. It's a weird rule, but it's just recommended. Or it just sounds like, oh, kind of ironic that I'm introducing his girlfriend on Girlfriend Day. Huh. Well, you know. I didn't know that. Anyway, let's continue working. Uh, So here, it'll be a side shot, but there's also, personally, I don't think side shots work often. So you kind of want to spice it up a bit. You want to put some kind of perspective on them. So in this case, I might do a 3/4 thing with Human Blunt. You know, maybe he's here. You know, let's use the Loomis method just as a little, in case anyone wants to know how you actually put it to practice. So here, your head will be here. That'll be 3/4. Use this middle line and the circle as basically where the middle of the nose will be. So when I'm drawing it, the nose will be like right there, right? But I don't want to put that. There you go. But this is basically putting it into practice, and then draw the jaw, or yeah, jaw. Actually, wait, I'm doing that wrong. In this case, since this is where the middle of the nose be, that means the middle of the jaw will also be there. Actually, maybe that might not work. Wait. Okay, instead I think I'll put just the circle. I'll do a side view of the face. So in this case, his nose would be there. And then his jaw. Right. But his body I will put in 3/4. 3/4 is like the perspective, Someone from the side, that would be a side view. If you turn them enough where they're not fully turned, looking at you, it's in between. That's the 3/4 view. So in this case, the shoulders will be here. That might be a little too far. Shoulders will be here. He's gonna be trying to like help her out, but she's like moving around. I don't like that pose. Wait, messing this up. So yeah, that's the shoulder to the middle of the arm. What happened there? Oh, okay, yeah, I see. This is this part. This is this part. Okay. Right, he's gonna be like frantically trying to help her take off the helmet. So this would be where his chest muscles are. And then, this waist. There's the ribs. There's the ab. I think I'm making it a little too wide. But I think the whole reason for that is because of this pec part. Yeah. Oh, it's also because of that. The stomach has to be more inwards compared to the pecs, because the pecs are pushing out because it's muscle. Your ribs are much inward compared to your pecs. What's going on? Oh. Never mind. Wait, hold on. Someone is talking to me. Right. So here, where would the wind be coming from? The wind would still be coming from the helicopter. So his cape will be sort of doing this. Maybe not like that. Like sort of coming towards you. And then his shorts. Like I said, it looks weird in the beginning, but if you trust the process, it'll come out right. Alright, maybe just like fix it up a bit. And he does look a little too muscular. Just dumb it down a little. I'm just gonna do this because I feel more comfortable. It's too head. That's too small of a head. This will be the top. Looks a little weird. I think it's because I mixed up. Oh, right. See here, I was going more sideways as I went down. The whole time I was trying to not do that. Trying to be 3/4. So there's this peck. Those muscles should be there. And it'll come down. I'm just messing it up. I don't know what's wrong. Let's just skip that. That's where we're gonna go. So what is she gonna do? She's trying to take out the helmet. She's frantically trying to take off the helmet. So actually, I should have done the girl first and then human blend. Let me just get rid of. Because it's not her reacting to him; it's him reacting to her. So I gotta draw a human blend, considering the girl and what she's doing. Right. So yeah, you can just do the pose in real life, like. I'm trying to think about how it would look. I think this would be a shot where she's like moving really fast. So you see her action before and then the action after. So you see her throwing the thing down and then her like reacting, sort of. So she'll be here. Okay. Female anatomy. So girls have a more how do you say it? Like a more sharper jaw compared to a dude. this one's gonna be a little tricky. Unless I change the perspective on this a little. No, I don't want to. I think this is a good perspective. I have to think about how it's gonna look. How would it look? Actually, maybe it should just be more close up. I was putting them really far. So in this case, let me just cautiously make a new layer so that if I mess up and make them small, I can just make them bigger. Yeah. Should maybe just be her taking off in this panel. Yeah. There's the head. Jaw. So the hand's gonna be other hand. Elbow. Shoulder just under it. Okay. So here's the sort of the rib shape. Do you want to get down? And then kind of like hips, because the tailbone, well, okay, well, the tailbone does affect it, but the tailbone moves the femur more outward because it's moving the pelvis more outward. That's why they're more, how you say it? They have more curvature compared to a dude. Right? I gotta look back and look at what type of clothing she had. Just so I can get it right. Let me just do that real quick. So she sort of had like a vest mixed with like a turtleneck. So let's just. I'm just pulling this up on my phone. So I had like a turtleneck and a vest. And I also get the shape of the. I'm in here. Oh, never mind. Also get the shape of the helmet. So you get this. There's the headphones for the helmet. It's also the headphones. And they come out, come up above. That's a very boxy looking helmet. And she has like a vest. So it's always good to draw the anatomy first, so you can draw the clothing over it. It'll look a lot better. Turtleneck. And then graphics have much more lining, I guess you'd say. Let's just visualize that. Everything from down below can just be whatever. Let's say. Oh, what am I doing here? Yeah, maybe the shirt's tucked in. It's gonna create some like curve, like wrinkles, and then pockets, zipper, whatever. What else? Turtlenecks, I think, are also considered long sleeve. Let's just drop that. Alright, so there. That's basically. In fact, I think that's the only time I actually properly drawed. I'll check. Huh. You know. Anyway, now for the human blunt. So he's gonna be trying to like help, but he's not able to help. He's gonna be like up here. Kind of like putting his arms out to try and like take it off. Just make a new layer in case something goes wrong. I don't like where I put that. His head. Say the cape still be like floating this way. And so here's his shoulder. There's where his other shoulder would be, but you won't see it. Gonna have to make that head bigger. Right. But yeah, that's basically the panel. I mean, this is like the ledge of the building, you know, add some cracks, you know, building's getting worn out, you know, just stuff like that. So the sun is in front of them. So there will be buildings in the background right here. And more buildings here. Put another one there. Just a small one there. Maybe that's a little too much. Just gotta find that right balance. Buildings. But yeah. That's that panel. How long did that take? Maybe like 40 minutes? No, a little longer. How long has I been streaming? An hour and 16 minutes for one panel? I gotta do, or one page. And I'm doing 4 pages. So that's gonna take like another 3 hours. That's fine though. I mean, if I just keep going at this pace, that'll look pretty good by the end. But yeah, this doesn't look too bad. You know, you got some perspective shots. You got some backgrounds, nice effects. You can't like see it. In my eyes, I see it fully drawn. I don't mean that like I'm just gonna leave it there. I mean, I already see what it's gonna look like. Might look a little weird for you because you don't know what's going on in my head, but that's what I see. And then here will be Human Blunt's reaction to seeing her without the helmet. Maybe like right here, and right here. Shoulders. Pecs. Actually, since the cape is moving there, you should be able to see the cape. But yeah, that's the first panel. So now we can just get to drawing it. We have all of it down. It's ready to go. I think I'll just stream one panel, but I'll keep working on the rest in the background. I'm still thinking. I could do either or. Let me ask somebody something really quick. But yeah, now it's just the drawing phase, not the sketching phase. And it seems excessive, but I like to draw it once and then turn that into my sketch and then do another layer drawing over that again. So it's like more polished, you know, fix anything I missed or that I want to change. It's just a nice little thing you could do. And this is not bad for a first page. Honestly, I really like it. I'm just showing the panels right now. This one I could just do this. Okay, but that's the panels. They're drawn. So now I know my boundaries. Now I can actually go in there and draw it out. So let's do foreground to background. That way everything that's in the foreground that covers the background will be covered and it will make some mix up. So here will be the plane, not the plane, the helicopter, the insides. Let's draw the seat. Might go a little quieter because I'm just trying to focus on making straight lines. small details. You know, this is the lock. And if I end up not making straight lines, I can always just use this as a sketch layer and I redo it all. Right, there's the smoke. You know, actually, I might just put this because it'll look like it's becoming part of the background or foreground. So it's actually becoming the background. I'm just putting on a song. I hope you can't hear this music. I do not want to be copyright striked. But yeah, just draw your forward background. You know, there's the cape. Just erase it. You know, the wrinkles in the cape. Taking some inspiration from Superman in his cape, where he has sort of like a really dragged down cape right here in the middle, and then the straight lines, not straight, but like curvy lines on the sides. I just turn on the layers every now and then, turn it on and off, see how it looks. I mean, it looks pretty good. Like right here, I can draw the little pillars. That's a little wrong. So this is going to be a pretty deep look into how you draw muscles. Hold on. My song ended. All right. So, how to draw muscles? Muscles have a very distinct way of drawing them. So, here's the shoulder muscle, right? And there's the muscle coming off the shoulders going into the back. Oh, that's a little too thin. Right. Here's the what do you call it? The curve, because the ribs make a curve. And the human blunt is a very muscular person. And then here's this. Right. And then here's it's like the ribs kind of like showing, right? Let's show this. So she has like a helmet. She has hair, so it's gonna be like kind of like popping out the helmet. Right. So let's just show you. Shoulders. Let's say it's from the front view. Right? That's like the shoulder muscle. It's easy, it's quick. How about the bicep? Bicep, you do this, you kind of like make a line and you meet it with the bicep. Hold on. So it's like a rectangle and like triangles, kind of. Pretty easy way to draw muscles. Just draw this, and then this to resemble the bone between, and then the tricep. It's a little big muscle, but it's okay. Here's the elbow, And it's kind of like the same concept with the uh, forearm. Right? I draw the bone. I like to do that to the forearm muscle. I don't know what it's called. Well, that's pretty much the gist of it. The gist of the arm muscle. As the shoulder muscle, the pec kind of combines into the shoulder. But yeah, that's pretty much that. I mean, it's not super like good, but I'm not trying to make like a really detailed one. I'm just trying to make one to show you kind of like the simple way that I do it. Actually, I might have to draw her arm. Human blood has shorts, so you gotta like the proper wrinkles. Oh, oops. that's pretty much human blunt, you know. Here's the ocean. But yeah, that's, I mean, pretty much the first panel drawn. Just you might have to make the ocean a little lower. Doesn't look right. Yeah. Let's add like shaking lines. just adding the little key parts. But yeah, I mean, pretty much first panel. Of course, I'm gonna ink it. I'm gonna color it, put some shading, but it'll look good. It's the bone. Oh, wait, messed it up. Hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta do something really quick. How do I? Hello. All right, let's get back into it. Yeah, I'll finish this panel, and then, or not this panel, this page, and then I'll just do the rest off stream. But it's just to show, like, beginnings. Like, I do 4 pages a day. I don't think I can stream all that. I don't know if will this here. Oh, it went. All right. But yeah, let's just finish this. Oh wait, what open? Can I pull up a picture? I might have put it a little too far up. Oh wait. I'm messing up again. Fuck. Let's start from here. tricky. My laptop is incredibly warm. What the hell? I think it might heat up and just shut down. I think I'm gonna just end the stream now. It's like really hot. I don't think streaming it on this Mac is a good idea. I'll keep doing it anyways. But the next stream will be tomorrow. Thinking about the same time. But yeah, we'll see up. Hope you learned some good